welcome back. Another day, another vlog. Back at work. First day's done and dusted. Yeah, well, busy too. Whew. A little bit of heat on it. A few majories cracking the dust. And calm down. Oh yeah, a little calm on there. Hope you're all well. Hope your Wednesday, hump day for you people working Monday to Friday. First day of 14 days of work for us in the mines. Yeah, busy day. Oh, gonna lose my light? I don't know if I'm gonna lose my light. I may lose my light. I might just go into darkness. Yeah, so busy day. Got to work. New couple of new rules as per normal. As we always get, it always chops and changes, and always got to keep yourself on the toes and things that happen. But yeah, a little bit obviously happening around the world. Midweeks normally, generally some good time for some news and stuff. And we did get a bit of stuff happening. Good news for Canon owners. We all know about the M6 that was released not long ago. How it only has 30 frames per second, and a big hullabala, they might say, about not having 24 frames a second for the US-based guys that use them. It's their pronounced standard. Australia, they use 25. I've just gone over to 24 to see if I can notice a difference. I really can't, but then again, I really don't know what I'm doing. So I guess for the guys that are really switched on and the good editors and the guru movie guys, yeah, sure, any little small detail will probably make a difference, and I appreciate that. The more I learn about editing and making videos and film and creating my own, I guess, world, the more I understand it ain't easy. Until you've tried it, let me tell you, it's pretty full on and a little bit tricky, especially an old bastard like me, trying to learn at 44 years old, trying to learn how to do all this. Yeah, it's definitely, it could be daunting, but I don't think it's daunting for me. I'm actually enjoying the challenge of actually learning something new, and I enjoy playing on computers anyway, so at least I'm not just sitting here playing games all day. I'm actually, well, I can't anyway, because we can't stream. If you're not streaming, it's no good anyway. Just playing yourself over and over in baseball gets a little tedious when you basically never lose. So, but yeah, so 24 frames a second. There's a firmware update on the way for pretty much all of them that don't have it. Canon has released firmware updates already for the EOS RP. That's your entry-level full-frame mirrorless, and the EOS 90D have both got firmware updates that you can get online. So just might be a bit better. So you'll be able to go and download those and whack them in your camera. I did check for the M50, but I've already got 24 frames a second, and it only costs $600, a third of the price of that. Having said that, also just be aware that Canon just recently dumped the price of a lot of their stuff, including the EOS R. There's a $500-600 price removal off the ones in the States. So if you're looking for a Canon EOS R, now's the time to buy one. They're super cheap. They're at least nearly $1,000 Australian cheaper than they were before. So yeah, check that out. Samsung. Well, that's getting a little bit annoying now. Don't know if you can notice that, but see, I think the batteries are starting to go on the old light, the old filler light. Samsung W20 folding phone, the 5G. We all know about the Motorola due out, I think the 12th, I said the other day. That's locked and loaded, the release date. Samsung may come out earlier. They announced on the 31st that it would be released this month. So out of nowhere, Samsung's come along and just gone, folding phone? What, you want it that way? Oh, we got one of them. We'll release it next month for you. Check this out. I'm pretty sure I can get a photo of it. I'll chuck it in the thumbnail for you to check out. It's very... Well, it's not the same as the Motorola. Basically, opens the same, but it's one thing. Whereas the Motorola, I think, was a split. We were thinking it may be a split in the actual fold. Where the Motorola comes in, it's got like a little cusp and the top sort of clams in, like the old Razr, exactly like the old Razr. The Samsung is basically just a dead flat fold. It's got a digital display on the top that you can check out. And then obviously running full Samsung and all the latest Android and all the bells and whistles that you can want from Samsung. Obviously the screen is going to be, I guess, proven, because what they've learnt from the Fold fiasco, I'm sure they've implemented in this before this was coming out. Obviously they were going to have the Fold out and then bring this in later. Now it obviously seems close to the Fold, only because they've had to re-release the Fold. So that's out basically November. The way it was worded, it was on the 31st of October, so they might mean December. It's a little bit hazy, the guys were talking about it, but yeah, sounds pretty cool. If you are into a flip style folding phone, which my opinion is better than a side one, instead of having a massive tall skinny thing, you can have just a normal size and just flip it open and get a full long screen if you need, and it'll cover all your bases. So yeah, pretty cool. Samsung just smashing the phone world at the moment, except for video. We all know no one can touch Apple on video. New Fuse Lumix, guys, in the camera world. More to products, heaps of product stuff today, pretty much most of it. Lumix Pro has brought out a new range of lenses. They'd already released, I think it's the 70 to 200. They announced today the 16 to 35 mil, so the wide angle lens for that range. It's a Pro Series lens. It's on pre-order. You can go through Adorama pre-order, and I'm sure most of your local camera places you'll be able to order it if you're a Lumix person. $1,500 US. Obviously high quality glass. Possibly not Canon-esque. Canon seemed to be the number one for glass, pretty much amongst all of them. But Panasonic do a good camera. So native glass on a camera sometimes really easy. Well, not easy. It's good because you just whack it on and go. You don't have to worry about adapters and this and that and whatever. So pretty cool that it's coming out. Yeah, I think the Fuse Lumix guys will probably be a really handy lens for you, especially vlogging wise and stuff like that. Be able to get nice and close and smash it out. And then on the tech stuff, the last but not least, Huawei has brought out Media Pad Pro, or they've announced it. They haven't brought it out. They've announced it. There's no prices, no real specs. Basically just a photo image of it, and it basically looks exactly the same as an iPad Pro, same size, the 10.8 area. The only real thing was what they're calling a hole punch camera in the top right hand corner. So if you've got a vertical in this top right corner, they've got a little hole punch camera for your forward facing camera for selfies on an iPad. I'm not sure really why you need stuff to do that way on an iPad, but yeah, I guess for FaceTime and stuff. So yeah, it looks pretty good. Really good sort of a marketing setup. It was really well done. Again, no real basic, just to leak photos of it and what they're going to bring out. Obviously it'll be 5G. It's Huawei. What running systems is, again, Huawei don't know whether this might be one that is part of their helping them understand their processes and what they're going to use going forward with the China issues. It'll be interesting to see what goes on. But yeah, it'll be out, I guess, in 2020. But I should be able to get a photo of that one and chuck it up as well. So a few good products out there today. Some other interesting stuff about there. I will say a big thanks to one of the channels I watch. I've got to get a name right. This should kill me. I think it's the Darenka Darula. Yeah, she's a photographer. She does a heap of work with the M50. Been super helpful for me to learn and understand this camera specifically, with what its abilities are and what it can and can't do, which is really, really cool. I joined up on a creative group that she does, just challenges, just sort of to get me to learn and do some different bits. And I'd sent off one of my photos from Bell's Rapid you've seen with the video. If you haven't seen the video, I'll chuck the link in tonight for the Bell's Rapid. You can go through and see those photos again. I'd done a nice photo. I'd got up on top of the mountain after a big walk, and I took a photo of the whole rapids and the bridge, and come up really nice, and some really nice colours in it, just after a heap of rain in Perth. So it looked really good. And yeah, she put it in her top 10 selection, so I was pretty chuffed actually. It's nice to have, I guess, all photographies and all artists appreciate it when someone, I guess, appreciates your work. So that's always a lovely thing to do. And yeah, I much appreciated to her, and yeah, big shout out to her. Thank you very much if you are watching. So yeah, very cool. So yeah, I guess it just gives you, I guess, a little bit more inspiration just to enjoy what I'm doing, which it's a fantastic hobby for me, and yeah, I'm loving it. But that's about it. Another day, first night in. Got to get some photos done. I've got the lenses. I've got to do some work. I didn't get much done today. We were late back from work, so I'll probably spend either tomorrow or something like that. Start doing some work with those macros and the 50mm and shooting around with them. But other than that, that's about it. Another day, another vlog. Anyway, from me to you, whether you're going to bed or you're on the way to work, a bit of night shift action, sorry to hear about that. But if you're going out, having fun, Wednesday, it's the start of the weekend for some. Stay safe. We'll see you all again tomorrow, and thanks for stopping by. Ciao.